Hello, my name is Dr. Brady Carter, and I'm a Senior Application Scientist with New Tech Group. And I want to thank you for your interest in my poster titled The Role of Water Activity in Cannabis Quality and Safety. The purpose of this poster was to provide additional information about why water activity is important, is an important measurement in the cannabis industry. And you'll notice that water activity is now starting to show up on most state regulations as a required test. And the reason is because water activity is related to many different stability factors in cannabis, as well as in all types of other products. And water activity has been used for many years in the food industry effectively as a critical control point. It also has that level of importance in cannabis. So water activity is the energy of water in a product. It is not the free water. It's not the available water. Although those terms are used often, it is actually the energy of the water as derived from fundamentals of thermodynamics. And so it's important to understand that distinction, because the reason why water activity does what it does is because it is showing the energy. And one of the main things that water activity is known for is its ability to be able to control microbial growth. And that's one of the main roles it plays within cannabis. Because if you get below a water activity of 0.7, you've essentially shut down the growth of all types of microorganisms. There are some molds that will grow below that, but they're not very common spoilage molds. So if you can get it down below 0.7, then you can, and store it that way, the dried cannabis flower won't be susceptible to mold growth. And of course, mold growth, particularly in cannabis, can be quite dangerous, both from a mycotoxin production standpoint, but also because mold spores are present and are inhaled can lead to asthma. But water activity isn't just related to microbial spoilage. As you'll see in Table 1, it's also related to many other stability factors, including chemical stability, physical stability. It affects texture, it affects performance, and particularly in cannabis, as the water activity gets too low, the trichomes on the cannabis, as shown in Figure 2, start to stiffen and to dry out, and they allow the evaporation or the evaporating off of the terpenes and the cannabinoids. And so it actually is detrimental to over-dry cannabis flower to too dry of a water activity. And so the ideal water activity range for cannabis, as identified in the ASTM standard, is to have a water activity between 0.55 and 0.65. And the reason why this is considered to be ideal is because in that range, you stop mold growth, but you minimize the amount of trichome destruction, and you minimize then the evaporation or loss of terpenes and cannabinoids. And there really is no advantage in over drying. There's actually disadvantages to doing that. And it's important to understand that that's not driven by moisture content, it's driven by water activity. So Figure 1 shows the moisture absorption isotherm for cannabis, and there's two curves on here. There's an adsorption curve and a desorption curve, and they are not the same because of hysteresis. And if we target a 0.62 water activity, the moisture content will be different if we dry to that point than if you wet to that point. So there's no advantage in over drying and trying to wet back up to that water activity, because your moisture content will actually be less. And you want to maximize that amount of moisture for many different reasons. And so moisture content isn't what should be triggering that decision. It should be based, your dry down all should be controlled through water activity, trying to target that critical range of 0.55 to 0.65. And in so doing, you maximize your profitability by maximizing your weight from water. You're not over drying, you're not using more energy. So all of that comes down to water activity really playing a critical role in terms of cannabis quality and safety. And it really needs to be a test that's run not only just by testing labs to meet regulations, but it should be utilized by cultivators and processors to make sure that they're drying that cannabis flower to the correct water activity so that it will store and have its maximum shelf life, as well as not posing any kind of threat to anyone who consumes it. Thank you very much for your attention. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out and contact me at bcarter@newtechgroup.com or visit our website at www.newtechgroup.com. Thank you.